Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. I wanted to do a review of HMS Warspite and I came across this replay, so I decided to modify it a bit with these two players, the Kamikaze and the Warspite. These are the two most dominant players in the game for a reason. So I want to talk about it because one of the teachings I had in the Royal Canadian Navy was the art of war, Sun Tzu. And the one thing that really stuck to my head that I use in the business world today is know thy enemy. One of the great things that Sun Tzu talked about was if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. And third and most importantly, if you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. This game is about knowing your enemy and knowing the history. So why do Tier 6 and Tier 5 cruisers give 15-inch guns broadside? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I wonder how this is going to end with a minute and a half into the game. And back to port you go. Thanks for coming out. Give him time, give him time. Even I made mistakes when I started, but yeah, hopefully that person will learn. Like I said, the Warspite's main shtick is her 15-inch guns, all 8 of them. She punches like a truck. If it's a cruiser or battleship, she can citadel you mostly every time. She has a great heal, as you can see, with 5 of them. So you can heal all kinds of fire damage, so don't be too upset about that. Now, the one thing Ansel does in this, he really does manage his throttle, his rudder. He also really does a great job of managing his health. A lot of people give away too much health in this game, just too quickly in the game. But he does a great job. Now, a little bit of history with the Warspite. She's from the one of the original 5 Queen Elizabeth class that were built in 1910. She did serve in World War I in the Battle of Jutland and received a bit of damage, but nothing major. Nothing that wouldn't buff out with a maximum hull the size of several men, but it buffed out, as you would say. Now, one of the good things about this is she's nicknamed the Grand Old Lady. That was given to her by Admiral Sir Andrew Cunningham, who was one of the specialty captains in this game. Now, I've got some more videos coming out, quick videos on the captains, and this cruiser is doing the same thing. Oh, there's Ismail, another good teammate. He actually does do a good job later on in the game. And there he goes again, watching out for torpedoes. So, Ansel here has just shy of 38,000 random battles. Jingles, love it. Jingles is on my Warspite as well. We'll talk about him funny in a minute. Funny enough. 30, almost, like I said, almost 33,000 games. He's got just shy of 2,700 in this boat alone. Now, the Kamikaze player's got just shy of 4,000 games. And I think it's 510 in the Kamikaze. That is his dominant boat. This is not the dominant boat for Ansel. But he's very good at it. Now, when Jingles first came out, because he was programmed to say the wrong thing, he spotted an aircraft carrier and say, you know, hey, there's an enemy submarine. When submarines came out, he said that, and I ignored it one time, and I ate a whole bunch of torpedoes. I hate you, Jingles. I hate you, old man. Just kidding. And again, giving a Warspite broadside. I know it's only 2 shells, or a few shells rather, but it's still going to hurt. Please don't get battleships full broadside. So like I said, she did participate in the Battle of Jutland in 1916, but after that she went to the interbellum years, which is 1919 to 1939, when she did some refits and some fixing. I'm not going to get too much into this boat because she did get 15 battle stars during World War II alone, so she's a very experienced boat and inherited 10 more battle records. It's the Second World War she really shined. Now, her secondaries are not that great. They're typical Tier 6 secondaries, 5-6 kilometers. You can spec them a bit higher than that. But again, I don't spec mine for secondary. I look more for aiming and using the big guns. She has great torpedo belt protection. But you're going to see here what he does. He anticipates the Kamikaze. And he starts turning. Because he knows there are torpedoes coming his way. And yet again, semi-broadside, no angling. I guess it's Tier 6. And 3, 2, One. Where are the torps? There they are. Did a great job. Missed them by that much. So during the Second World War, she firstly participated in 1939-1940 in the Atlantic, in the Western Atlantic, Northern Atlantic, and Eastern Atlantic, from all the way from Nova Scotia, Canada, which I've lived in my time in the Navy there. And I've actually been in both naval ports of Canada that she's actually set foot in, and I'll talk about it in a bit. And then participated in the Battle of Narvik, the Faroe Islands, my bad, and whatnot. She also participated up towards the Svalbard region. And that was from 1939 to 1940. Oh, that's not going to buff out. Then after that, in 1940, 1941, she went to the Mediterranean. She proceeded to do several really amazing things there. Well, one thing in particular. Late in their time in the Mediterranean, she actually went up against the Julio's Air and managed to score a 24-kilometer hit with her main guns. That, to my knowledge, is a world record. Yes, get all your guns off so you can make sure you go by. Now, there he did an angle and got slapped pretty bad. That's about really the only mistake he makes in the entire game, in my opinion. She also did participate in the Battle of Taranto and whatnot, in the Battle of Calabria during that time. I have no idea why the Julio's Air and the Conte Caviar turned away. The Warspite was outgunned and outmatched. They shouldn't have, just for a little bit of damage. I have no idea, ladies and gentlemen, what this carrier is doing. He is trying to get killed. He just stopped right there. Kind of weird. She also spent a lot of time in the Mediterranean working to protect convoys with Forsage, all the way from Gibraltar to Alexandria. She did a great job in protecting Malta from being overtaken and basically harassing the heck out of the Germans for Africa, the campaign. I'm sure without a doubt that, what's his name, the Fox, Desert Fox, Emin Rommel probably hates the ship. So you saw our friend the Minakaze went after the friendly aircraft carrier. Now, if you look up on the map, you're going to see the Kamikaze. The Kamikaze R has not been spotted for a very, very, very long time. You know she's out there hunting. Now, at this point, the enemy has all three caps. They're going to go up by almost 200 points here. And that carrier wasted his last shot. He could have made this a bit bigger, but good job again. Good torpedo protection, good maneuverability, and you must ensure that you give this Warspite a broadside. It is a must. Not sure what he's thinking. She also participated in the Battle of Cape Matapan, and she also helped to support the invasion of the Balkans from the German, taking that on. She also did a lot of work off Egypt and Greece during the Mediterranean, and basically upset and, I hate to use the term, pissed off the African Corps as much as possible. She also took part in the Battle of Crete. After that, she went to her refit in 1941. She departed Alexandria for Bremerton Naval Shipyard, which is in the west coast of the U.S. Up where I was in Esquimalt. She went through Manila, which I've been, Pearl Harbor, basically my second home during the Navy, and then ended up in Esquimalt, which was one of my hometowns where I was based out of. And then went off to Vancouver to do some trials, again, another city I lived in. At that point, while she was in the harbor being refitted, Japan struck Pearl Harbor. So she went to high alert. After that, she went down and finished the refit on December 28th. Went down to the U.S. coast, Mexico, and then off towards Sydney. She was not designed to take on the Japanese Navy by herself. Then she went into the Indian Ocean from 42 to 43 and participated as the, like I said, as the Japanese were going after the Fast-Ack and the Battle of the Indian Ocean. The Japanese did a lot of damage in the Indian Ocean at that time. She didn't have a lot of successes, but she did work on attacking different things, including going after the Tone, going after the Ikidomaru, Okumaru. These were actual cruise ships off the Chargos, Acapella, I'll never get that right. Worked out in Operation Stab. Did quite a bit. And then afterwards, she left the Mediterranean in the May of 43 and headed off back to the Mediterranean, where she went after and did a lot more work in the Mediterranean to participate directly in the invasion of Sicily, invasion of Italy. Now, if you notice right now, the kamikaze's already taken out the friendly aircraft carrier. He went hunting after the aircraft carrier. I told you one person gets a bit greedy. I understand this, but this is not how I would have played this. And then these people still keep giving this guy a broadside. Now, our friendly, I think it's a Congo down there in the ACAP, he's going to try to protect himself against the kamikaze. He should have turned hard right here and did a bunch of figure eights and tried to, hold on to the cap, but not going to happen. I'm not sure what he was thinking to do that. So after the Mediterranean, she took off and went to the northwest in the Atlantic and participated in the Normandy landings, the Battle of Brest, and the Battle of Scheldt. Might be saying that wrong. She finished her career off by doing that and helping in the Anglo-Canadian operations off Antwerp. After that, she was put in decommission and was eventually scrapped in July of '46, which is too bad. She's an amazing ship. A lot of the broadside, a lot of wards. Now, I'm going to stop concentrating on the secondaries. I've told you enough about the Warspite and concentrating this game on how to win harder, aka what Jingles would say, lose. I have no idea what this person's doing. Like, they're up, like, look at the points, 180 to 731. They're up by 600 points. Like, they've got the game. All this person has to do is just head for that island and then turn around and leave and not engage. But they won't. I have no idea. Now, if you look on the map, you're going to see the Fuso coming behind the island. You can't see him, he's not spotted yet, but he's behind that island. And he's getting ready for it. All that Fuso has to do is turn hard right and just leave. He's low health. Just leave. That's it. And you win the game. You know that the kamikaze's already in A. He's going to cap A. But he won't. And in fact, he's not even going full speed. He's nice and slow, giving broadsides. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't play like this. And then he sends out his anti-submarine dive bombers. I'm not sure about that. You can't, to my knowledge, you can't do any damage to a ship with these. Not sure what this guy's doing, but anyway, he's going back to port. Even with that, you're still up by over almost 400 points. You're about to cap A. The Ismail's hailing over to cap C. And here's where I'm going to say the strategy comes in, the performance. I can't remember off the top of myself. Does he actually tell the Ismail to go? Now, all this kamikaze has to do is just turn around and leave. He's won the game. That's all he has to do. He's got enough points now to win it. Now, because the Warspite is spited, you know that the kamikaze is loading his guns on him. You can't do that with the little one there, you see? Unless you're in gun range. Now, right now he's firing torpedoes because the gun disappeared. Now the gun comes back, he's done firing torpedoes. I think the kamikaze's gun range is something like 10 or 12 kilometers. So you can look at your button and know exactly where he is. So he's around, is it the D line there? Or the little 8 you see right now in the... Sorry, my screen's small, the 5 and 6 line. He's coming right at him. He's left the A cap and he's coming right at him. And there's the torpedoes. Yep. Torpedoes to port. This guy, Ansel, did a phenomenal job. Rudder, power, strategy. And he knows the kamikaze is coming right at him, so he's going to charge him. He has to win, basically. All the kamikaze, even with that mistake, is just turn around and leave. But he won't. 800 points. And going strong. But nope, I'm going to pop smoke. Now, if you watch the smoke, he's actually not going from left to right. He's going from right to left. The smoke is getting big on the left side. He knows exactly where he is. Up goes the spotter plane. High explosive is launched. And this is where you can tell, know thy enemy. Like Sun Tzu said. If this is a normal tier 6 player, he would have shot, but he crept out of smoke. Now he's not going to wait. He's not going to shoot. He's not going to waste his guns. Well, as always, take care. Stay safe. I hope you enjoyed the review. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what a good player of almost 33,000 games does. He's not going to get baited by this kamikaze player, which is a very rare boat. Instead, he's going to wait for this specific mistake. Bye-bye.